This is a Coruscant 15. I built it from a kit from B&B Yachts in 2020. And I've been sailing it some this year. This is how I have it set for transport. I oftentimes bring it to a lake that's just barely a half an hour up the road. And it's now geared to withstand, I don't know, 50, 55 miles an hour without a problem. I'd do it a little differently if I'm actually traveling on the freeway. But that's a temporary cradle, masts are tied down. I have the sails in these bags and kind of lashed up in a way, just taking the sheets and wrapping it around, putting it into the cleat, and that seems to hold it. I throw a bumper over it just to kind of keep it there. Masts are in the cradle, the sprits are kind of drawn up. I have them tied up as well. The motor is on a motor mount that sticks out. I strengthened it a little bit with a piece of steel, a loop, you might say, that goes around the motor itself, holding it in. I also added a couple of hitch pins rather, to the motor mount to kind of keep it where it's supposed to be. I leave the rudder right on. Again, this is for the short-term haul, and the other Mitson sail is in its place. And I guess I am now ready to take it to the lake. Well, I'm here to set up for a little bit of sailing, kind of a gentle wind. I do pull it around with a little car, my Yaris, but if I take it on a freeway, I'll use a larger vehicle like my van. I have to unlash everything. Let's take off the line that holds down the mast, and then I usually pull this little keeper out, and that gets put into my car. Up the lines on the sail itself. I'll need a little slack when I raise the mast up. I keep the Mitson sail on this side and the main on the other. Also have to loosen these up, give a little slack. It's needed when I raise up the mast. I built this holder and it works pretty well. It is a lot easier to do this inside the boat, but I've kind of gotten used to just muscling it into place. The Mitson mast goes in. And I've gotten so I can just push down here and pull up, and the main should come up okay. I've done this by just making a little loop and putting in a couple half hitches. I just want to make sure I don't tie it up. Tying the head onto the halyard, I usually use a couple loops through here and a couple of half hitches, and that seems to be quite sufficient. And then I lace in the lugs. Attach the end, and then I made a little elastic loop to make sure it holds in there. Okay, this is an extra halyard that I put in. And this allows me to raise up the strip and get the sail out of the way. Makes for a little bit easier boarding. So I've got it ready to go, and I suppose one last thing is to put a wind indicator ribbon up, and I use an extra halyard on the mainmast for that. And the ribbon is up.